afternoon, guys. We've got Stick and Sia. You may ask questions from South Africa. Please just raise your hand. Jan?
Thank you, Zina. Thank you, Stick. Thank you, Sia. Sia, welcome to your first. If you've seen the last team in the last 24 hours, how do you keep focused on you guys are supposed to be all there with seemingly easy?
Jan, please, can you sort out your microphone? We can't hear you. Let's go to Leeton.
Thanks, Z. Hi, Sia. Hi, Stick.
Hello.
Sia, just for you, I think what Jan was asking in terms of in the team, what was the focus this week for you guys, especially for you going back into your first game? What was sort of your mindset?
Our focus, the team, is to just build momentum, you know, into obviously going to the World Cup and everything. Want to make sure that we go with momentum, and also like work on combinations. You know, the past couple of games, the team has been changed so many times because the coaches wanted to give every single guy an opportunity to prove themselves to try and make the World Cup squad. Now the squad is picked, is now forming the strong combinations, and so we can build going forward. And yeah, and for me, I think I just want to play. I want to give it everything. I was told by the coaches I must give everything I can for as long as I can, and then they'll take me off, whether it's in the first half or half time or after. We'll see how long it can last. And my role doesn't change. Is still gonna play as hard as I can for as long as I can.
Justin?
Thank you, Z. Good afternoon, Stocker. Sia. Stocker, this one just for you. Having your El Capitan next to you again after such a long time, and just the journey that he's had to endure. Just your thoughts on his return and, you know, leading the team come Saturday.
Yeah, you know what? It's been a tough couple of months for Sia, you know. But once again, I have to compliment him with the way he handled his injury, you know. And I know a lot of sacrifice that he has made as a player, you know, and as a human being, because of he's a family man. And to be able to sacrifice some time with his family, you know, I've seen him up and down between Cape Town and Durban, you know, where he was going through his rehab. And I have to be honest and say, you know what, it's been tough for him, but the way he handled it, you know, and the hard work that he put behind the scenes, I know probably after a couple of years, I will tell the story to people, you know, the way he's been handling himself off the field, it's been massive, you know. And for a young man like him who's got a family, and to sacrifice time away from your kids and your family, it shows a true character of the person he is, you know. It's good to see him back on the field. He's been really working hard, and also credit must go to our medical staff. You know, they've been doing everything in their powers to make sure that CI is ready, and it's good to see him back. And yeah, it's good to see him back. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Daniel?
Thanks, Zina. Sia, this one's for you. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sia, this must be quite surreal for you. I mean, it wasn't too long ago, I'm sure you thought this day wasn't coming where you'd be back on the field. Can you just sum up how you're feeling on the eve of your comeback? Has this given you kind of a new lease on life, new motivation? Can you just maybe sum up how you're feeling?
Yes, it's hard to sum it up, honestly, in words. I can't explain, but I'm just grateful that, you know, I'm here, and I'm thankful, honestly, to our medical team here. You know, Doc Jerome, Andy, Renee, and Anarin. You know, they've been hard, and obviously Andy as well as a conditioning coach. They've been working with me. You know, we've been waking up in different hours so we can try and not interfere with what the team was doing. You know, and and also the team at the Sharks. You know, when I wasn't with the Springboks, when they were away, I would go with Dean, Jimmy, and Joe there. It's been a really a team effort. And I think people around me too. It's been big for me, and I think my wife was big because I had a lot of doubts, and when the injury happened, and she, we she just prayed and she believed I could get here, and then also the specialist, Dr. Willem van der Merwe, he was from the day that he saw my scans. He told me this is possible. I'm gonna fix you, and the rest is up to you. And the work that I had to put in, and also the guys that have had the operation before, like Algier, who went through I think over 2 years with it, and Andre, Peter Steph, and it was really lifting to have them by my side, talk to me, and when I'm feeling something weird, them like, no, it's okay, it's normal, don't worry about it, and them telling me I couldn't even do this at this stage. So it's been really good, and obviously Coach Shark and Rassi for believing, giving me the opportunity and the chance, and now all I can do is just go tomorrow, give it all I can for as long as I can, and that's been my way of saying thank you for the backing and thank you for the hard work that everybody has put through me. It's all about my performance.
And your Sangoma in class?
No, I don't have a Sangoma. I have a pastor. I pray.
Tangiso?
Thank you very much. Maxaku, umbhongo mandibulise manathemba niyaphila. Mandiqale kuwe Mangcwele. Umbuzo mama uzakhawuleza kucala lakho. Lithini ikamva lakho njengoba ungena kule ndebe yehlabathi, indebe yehlabathi yakuyesithathu le. Ungena kuyithini ikamva yakho, ikamva lakho embhoxweni, ubona le ndlela ekuthatha phi kwindebe yehlabathi naxa ugqithela lihlobo loba ke uvela unikezele yonke into nayo embhoxweni ngoku.
For mna, yeah, mna like ndiyayithanda loo nto, ndiyathanda udlala umbhoxo and ndisayenjoya, and into esengqondweni yam ngoku kuthi make sure ukuthi ndiyadlala, ndikezela yonke into ngomso xa ndidlalayo, zonke ezi match ndizidlalayo, and then xa sifika ku-World Cup I take in, and ndiyazi abantu abaninzi abasiboni as i-favorite, it's fine, but ekupheleni kwemini sithi abazintshatsheli i-defending champion. So noba kuthini, noba kutheni, sithi wonke umuntu ufuna utya thina. So mna ifocus yam to make sure sidlale kakuhle siyi-team, siyiwine vele, and I believe uba singayiwina vele. But yeah, ifocus yam ilapho kuloo nto, but obviously into enkulu ingomso, funa ukuthi make sure ngomso ndikezele yonke into, andicinge eludolo, ndijonga phambili.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Great.
How's it, gents? Good afternoon. All the best this weekend. Sia, welcome back. For you personally, you were talking about leading up to this, in the team announcement, you're talking about how even in 2019, you walked out of there, injured, and you were not sure of, how far you are with the injury in this time around. So what's so different this time around? Did you have to draw strength from the last time around in terms of like your recovery this time, to make the team this weekend? I mean, this squad, but also tomorrow. Are you not worried about injuries again? I know you don't want to focus on that, but like the fact that an injury tomorrow could possibly end your World Cup even before it starts. And then for you, Coach Stocks, Sticks, I just want your thoughts on what's happening right now with World Rugby and that red card or not red card for Owen Fair. Let's start with these.
Yeah, this time around is different because I actually had to go for an operation. An ACL is a big injury to have, and we know how long it takes. So those fears did bump in, but like I said earlier, to have a medical team that had confidence in that it's possible, and that honestly changed my belief. And uyayazi masorachel uyathandaza, so bengihleli ngumthandazo, I won't lie. I had to believe in a powers far stronger than me. There's no ways I could justify or explain how I was healing so quickly, because some of the medical team did say this is not normal. They haven't seen this kind of healing and the things I was able to do in certain points. And injury-wise, you know what? I'm gonna go in tomorrow, and you always have that small doubt, but I can't think about that. I honestly me and everybody who's worked on my knee, we've given everything in our power to get to this point. And whatever happens tomorrow, like I have peace in my heart that I gave myself the best chance to be here and everybody that was part of it. So I'm not thinking of that. If it happens, it happens. It doesn't matter. I've given it everything. So I'm not walking in fear. I'm walking in confidence tomorrow because I feel good.
Amen, coach. This is Marco Moros, this one. I don't think it's my space to comment about what is happening, you know, with the other teams, Farrell and World Rugby. I think we know World Rugby is trying to keep the game safe, you know, and but once again, whatever happens on the other side, I don't think it's my focus as a coach, you know. The key thing with me is just to help the guys in our team, you know. So that's my only focus. Unfortunately, I can't comment about what's happening on the other side. But one thing I know for sure is that World Rugby is trying to keep the game clean, and that's all I can say.
Okay, coach. Thank you.
Thanks, Zina. Hello, gents. My question is for Coach Stick. Dan Bigger is out. Liam Williams is out, and we just received the news now that Alex Cuthbert's also out. Does that make Wales a bit of an unknown factor for tomorrow's test?
Yeah, I think it's always tough to play Wales, more especially away from home. You know, when they play at home at the Principality Stadium, it's very, very tough. It's their home ground, and the manner in which they play the game, they're very, very tough people, and they don't stop fighting. They've got a massive work rate off the ball. Yes, I think it's a big loss for them to lose those experienced guys. You know, but once again, I think the youngsters that are coming through now in those systems, you know, I think even you also look in our team, guy like Ketley Arends and Kenan Moody's, you know, the Grant Williams. I think all the guys that are getting opportunities now, they all want to prove to their coaches that they've got what it takes to be at this level and also to go to the World Cup. So no doubt at all, the players that are getting opportunity there in that team, you know, with their team, they will also give everything to make sure that they prove to their coaches that they also deserve to be in the World Cup. So it's not going to be easy. Yes, it's a big loss for them to lose those experienced guys, but the youngsters that are coming through now, I think they also lifting their hands up and they're doing everything in their powers to show what it takes. They've got what it takes to be at this level. So it's going to be a tough game. But yeah, our focus is, like I touched on it earlier on, we just want to make sure that we keep improving with the way we play the game and build the momentum towards the World Cup.
Percy?
Thank you so much, Zina. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Skipper. Sia, can I ask you, excuse me, can I ask you, for the past couple of months, you've been a bit of a spectator, and please forgive me for my English, you've been a bit of a spectator internally in the Springbok squad. From your view, this past few months, where do you see your teammates, your squad at the moment in the build-up to that showpiece in France in the next couple of weeks, those in your opinion? Coach, can you just give your inputs as well?
That have played, because the coaches wanted to give everybody a chance. Like you can't pinpoint and say this, but we know where we can improve as a group. But you know, our main big rocks still stay what they want to do. But I think this next couple of games are gonna be where you can start now looking at these combinations working, you know, where we can look deeper in what's working, what's not working, you know, what combinations are working and how our style of playing. I think you'll see a little bit more of this now. But like judging from those games, you can't too much because there's been too many changes. But I still think we're in a place that we still can improve a lot more as a group, but we are in a good place.
Yeah, Chris, I think from my side, you know, having Sia back, you know, he's been part of our leadership group for the past couple of years, you know, and to have someone like him back in our system, I think it's great, you know, and I don't think the focus for us as coaches was to focus too much on Sia's return. You know, the most important thing for us was to get Sia back on the field, and which is credit must go. Like I said, our medical department, they've done everything in their powers to make sure that he's ready. And then once again for him as a player, I don't think we really put too much pressure on him because of, once again, if you look around our team, we've got a lot of strong leaders around our team. If you look at a guy like Bongi, Dwayne, Iab, and the guys that have led our team so far this season. And that's one thing that I respect about Sia as a leader also. He also draws strength and energy from the people around him. And so I don't think the focus will be mainly on him. You know, we've got a strong leadership group in our system. And like I said earlier on, the key thing with Sia is just to see him being on the field. That's something that we probably going to be enjoying seeing it tomorrow, and hope all goes well. And yeah, going to the World Cup, I think we will need every possible leader that we've got in our squad to. Hopefully they will all be fit. So once again, it's good to see him back.
Let's take a few questions from the floor, and then we get all back online if there's time. Alex?
Hi, Sia. Thanks for your time. You touched on it already. Can I ask about the role of religion in your recovery? I know your wife sort of prayed for you when you had the operation. Can you just expand on how important that's been for you?
For me, it's been like the number one for me. It's been where I drew my confidence from each and every single day. And it's when you step into the unknown, you know, and my belief was just my foundation is all in God, you know. When I didn't know something, I just prayed over it, or the verses that people sent me. That was honestly my comfort zone, where I felt, you know, I felt no matter what happens in this process, I'm okay. That's where I found peace, and it's huge for me. It's not just through the injuries every day, and it's me not taking all the glory for myself and knowing where it comes from. And I think that gives me, a lot of confidence. And it's good that in South Africa, you can freely be yourself. You know, in a lot of countries, I think players normally tell me they can't really talk about their religion. I'm so happy that I can freely show who I believe in and what I believe in.
And does it motivate you for the World Cup, seeing that God sort of helped you to get to this stage, and does the motivation now sort of repay?
Yeah, for me, it's not about that. It's all about what he wants. You know, it's always like that. It's if he's in his will, then that's all that matters. It's not about like what I want, but it just gives me the confidence and the comfort.
And if it's okay, can I just ask you a couple of questions about your teammates? Just sort of quick fire questions.
No problem.
Who's the funniest in the box squad?
There's a lot. There's a lot of different guys. Trevor is funny. I love his dance move. I think he's very funny. Yeah.
And who's the longest in the shower?
Yeah, in the bathroom, I can tell you, is Cheslin. Never. He's my roommate. Sometimes I'm not feeling, but he sits in the bathroom for long.
And who's your best roommate?
That's hard. I can't answer that. I'm gonna get in trouble. I've got Ian and Cheslin. They make one good roommate together. Yeah.
I think it's 45 tests as captain now, isn't it, for yourself? Or something like that. What, have you got a word of advice for Jack Morgan this Saturday, and he's second captain?
I'll talk to him after the game. But he's a good leader, man. He's 23 years old, right? And yes, and like the ones that come before him too, you know. And I think he has a couple of experienced guys around him, which will help him quite a lot. But I can see like he's that leader that wants to lead by example for how he plays, because he plays really hard. I've watched clips of him, you know, and I think a lot of the team will draw strength from him. But I'm looking forward to the challenge tomorrow, playing against him. I think will be good. But he's really going forward. He'll be really good for Wales. And I think, you know, we also were in this period before. You know, sometimes these things take time, and the people of Wales should honestly back and give it the time that they need as a young group, because they are definitely hungry. You can see what they've done the past couple of games. And it's a big challenge for us. We respect Wales hugely because we believe they're similar to us. The way they are as people, hardworking people who don't get, you know, everything. So I think this is a tough but an exciting period for Welsh rugby, and that's why we the coaches now are showing the respect by choosing the best team possible, and the preparation we're doing as a players too, because we have so much respect for the Welsh Union, the Welsh players, and I have no doubt they'll come out of this period stronger.
And what's changed in the Siya Kolisi leadership style from 2019 to 2023?
No, I think I've matured a little bit more.
Better looks.
Yeah, and also I think I just understanding people more, and that's the most important thing for me, because I don't have to do everything in the group, and I understand that, and I don't know everything. There's so many good leaders in our team, and I just obviously stay in my lane and just be there for the guys, especially when I wasn't playing now. I really enjoyed being around the group and seeing, when the guy's disappointed, just being there for him, give him a little bit of words of encouragement, because I've experienced everything you can experience in rugby. I've been in a team when I don't get selected, so I know how it feels. So I try and use all of my experience in that, in doing that. But on the field, like, we all have different roles to look after on the field. I don't talk by myself. I barely talk with the team. I only talk to the ref, basically.
And do you think you'd be back without that drive of the thought of leading your country to another World Cup and prospect possibly the second Myvalis Trophy?
I would still fight. It doesn't matter. Like, this is what we play. We play to, like, put on this badge. I can't explain it to anybody. Like, the drive that gives you, like, it's different when you put on the Springbok jersey. Like, the meetings are different. How you get challenged mentally is different, and then you play against an opposition team. Like, I can't explain it in words. And what comes with it, the whole country is backing you. It's not just because you're playing for a union. Everybody's behind you, and everybody's dreams and goals are all on your shoulders, which is amazing. And you've got the power of controlling a whole country's mood. Depends on what you do while you're doing what you love. So it's absolutely different. And whether it was a World Cup or not, I still would have wanted I would have worked as hard as I could to be back so I can put on the Springbok jersey again.
So you can't better.
Yeah, the privilege and an honor to represent your country, it's massive, and for us, we don't take it for granted, because plus minus 6 million people in South Africa would love to be in the position where we are. So we don't take it for granted. And like Siya mentioned to you, probably when you look at sport in South Africa, it's probably something that really unites the people, And I'm not sure if you read about something called load shedding. You've got periods during the day where you don't have electricity. So those are things that we go through sometimes in South Africa. But for once, when the rugby is playing on TV, and we know the messages we get from support back at home, and the light we bring to them, so we don't take it for granted, and we'll do everything in our powers to make sure that we keep on making our South African people proud. It's going to be massive once again, but yeah, we'll do everything in our powers to make sure that we make them proud.
And make them proud. That day is what sort of test are you expecting?
They're very tough.
They're tough people. They don't go away. They play a lot similar than we do. Strong clean game, and yeah, they're just hard people who will go to the darkest, to the gutters, and we know that. And a lot of the players, all players, have similar stories to us in South Africa. Where they started before they became a good player, and we get along. I think off the field sometimes with a lot of them, because we're similar people. So we have so much respect for them, and that's why that semi-final in 2019 was so difficult, because we played a similar style of game. It was all gonna be on one mistake or one penalty, and it was, and we don't speak like this of every nation, but we really do respect Wales a lot.
Even if you look at, for example, the series we played against them last year, they came to South Africa. They gave us a good run. You remember the first game in Pretoria, we had to win that game in probably the last seconds of the game, So this is a team that you can't underestimate. And the results they've got against England, it shows that with their coaching staff, they actually in the right direction. And the history just tells you between the two teams, us and them, it's always a tough and a grind game that you have to be at your best to win it. If you don't pitch up on a day, they will punish you. They showed a few weeks back when they played against England, you know. So, and more especially going towards the World Cup, I know one thing for sure. That's one team that knows how to play championship games, you know, where if you don't respect them, they will punish you. So I know one thing for sure. A lot of people, they see a lot of changes in their team and they underestimate them, but they are a very, very tough side to beat.
See, if I just ask one more about, you know, since 2019, obviously your life's changed so much, hasn't it? You know, profiles gone through the roof. You're like an iconic player in the rugby world. Do you get a chance to reflect on how your life has changed, or does everything move so quickly that you don't really get that?
Yeah, for me, I feel the same. Feel exactly the same as when I started. I'm still hungry. I mean, I don't see myself in that light, and I just keep on. I have the same values, you know, and I just work hard, and I'm a team man, and the team is always far bigger than me, but the team helps me, you know, helps me do the things I want to do off the field, you know, whatever way. So, but yeah, it's just rugby, and obviously family as well as when I've been at rugby. But yeah, it's there's still so much more to do for us as a group. I mean, I'm still young, I believe. I can still go on for a couple of more years. So just want to make sure that like I give everything I can for the team to achieve our dream, because we've got a big goal that's coming up, but it's gonna have to start this weekend.
Let's take 2 more questions from online, and then we have to wrap it up, guys. Daniel and you. So Daniel, you can go first.
Oh, sorry, I actually didn't realize my hand was still up, so I can pass mine on.
Yes, Daniel.
Sorry, guys.
May I
You?
ask you that if it's not a problem?
But I can ask the question if needed, but I'm happy to pass it on.
Okay, fine. Then last one, Grant. Then we can close it up. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Z. How's it, Stick and Skip?
Hello, how are you?
See, once you go to France, you're not coming back. Tell us about that part of your journey and how you see it panning out after the World Cup.
Yeah, I'm coming back. I'm hopefully coming back. I'm definitely going back straight after the World Cup. My brother-in-law is getting married on the Saturday, and hopefully there will be a trophy tour. Yeah, hopefully there will be a trophy tour. Then that's, of course, I'll definitely be back. But then we have a month off, but I'll go in early and I'll start like, training and hopefully, yeah, play. I will have to play in December for my team, but we're not there yet. And we can have that conversation another time. Got a big game coming this weekend. I'll ask you to give you time when I'm done playing.
How's your French? Merci beaucoup.
Oui, oui.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
And go see Samuel.
Have a good day.